If you walk away, it's for you, because I know what I want. Stefan, I love you.
There's not anybody, I think, and there's no human that is closer to Stefan than Elena. I think that's obvious. I mean, she really accepts him and loves him for who he is and with all the sort of baggage that he brings, you know, which is obviously just tremendous. There was a moment where we were kissing intensely and my face started, you know, vamping. And I hid it from her, and she turned my cheek towards her and said, "No, please, it's beautiful," and touched my face. And it was so intimate and special. And that's the Stefan-Elena relationship. It's this, they have no longer hide anything from each other. It's his greatest insecurity, his being a vampire. It's the thing that he runs away from the most. He's ashamed of it. So the fact that she can accept that and think it's beautiful is, to Stefan, there's no other closer form of intimacy for him.
I was hoping you could help me with something. A spell.
I mean, I think they're developing a bond, but yeah, I think the witches and the vampires are sort of like, it's a situation where they don't quite trust each other, but they're not enemies. It's kind of like they're both aware of their powers and they both kind of need each other, and we have this situation, let's work together, but at the end of the day, like, don't call me.
I got the town off our back. It was for the greater good, but I'm sorry. And to prove it, I'm not going to feed on a human for at least a week. I'll adopt the Stefan diet, only nothing with feathers.
Damon is I think he's such a insecure character in that he has to overcompensate by being so, you know, over the top in a sense, and broad and grand and showboaty. And so I think it was a very sort of intimate thing for him to just like even have anybody on his team and be working towards a common goal. So when he was double-crossed, I think it really hurt him, you know. But for Stefan and Elena, you know, for us it was the ends justify the means. I mean, he's a murderer. I mean, you know, he's a sociopathic murderer. And so, you know, double-crossing him to sort of justify our cause was, I think, just, but it still doesn't take the sting off the fact that you're hurting, you know, somebody.
You are not capable of trust. The fact that you're here means that you read the journal and you were planning on doing this yourself.
Of course I was going to do it by myself, because the only one I can count on is me. You made sure of that many years ago, Stefan.